posting something and saying, you know what, I think this man is all nice. And in the beginning, it's the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, you lose
when
your
it
mind.
starts, you're like, my bro, that's man, know me. I man got friends out here. Now you're like, nah, bro, is something wrong with you?
Yeah, of course.
Check your levels, Aya.
Yo, my people, it's your boy EB. Welcome to another episode of The Kid Show. I'm so gassed. I'm so excited. First off, before we start, the last episode of The Kid Show had to be removed due to some complications. So if you're looking for it, you're not going to find it. But we got something else for you. You got Mr. Meyer here, bro.
Yes, indeed.
How are you? Yuzriq, Meyer?
I'm good, my brother. Nice to be on the show, bro. I've been obviously seeing some of the stuff fly in the socials. That's been nice, you know.
Try my best.
But yeah, pleased to be here, my brother. Pleased to be in the presence.
Nice, bro.
sure.
Bro, I want to get straight into it. I don't want to waste any time.
What's up, my brother?
Like I told you before we started shooting, I want to learn about Yuzriq Meyer, not necessarily
No stress,
Mr.
bro.
Meyer.
Yeah.
Even though you are sort of like the same, but obviously social media personalities. More like,
Nah. I think there's a very fine line between the two. You know what? The funny thing is, it's just a quick story. I got friends over the weekend. Some people I haven't met before. They were like, "Are you so chilled in real life?" I don't know. What did you expect? It's like because they watch so many videos, they just expect to be like, "Yes, Cape Town, Kagi, better." Kagi is up. No, I was like, bro, I'm chilling today, bro. I'm with the family. I'm with my lighties. I'm alright, bro. You know what I mean?
You have like this?
I have two sons, mate.
You how old are they?
3 and 2.
Yeah,
Going to be this year now.
Operating a back-to-back.
We out here, mate. You must, bro. It's working if that's what you want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you do have children, I want to take it back to the beginning when you were a child, bro.
Yeah.
How was life like growing up? Where did you grow up? Like, what part of Cape Town are you from?
Yo, so now my life, I have a bit of a different story. My life was a little bit wild, bro. So, I actually grew up in 20 different neighborhoods, if that makes any sense for you.
20 different
20 different neighborhoods. So, me as my mom and pops, they lived together. They decided to have a divorce when I was about 10 years old. During that time, my mother moved to Woodstock. I was staying in Athlone at the time. Me and my pops, I wasn't down to live in Woodstock at the time.
Yeah.
So me and my pops were living like nomads, bro. We were out. I was in Mitchell's Plain. I was in Crawford. I was in Belgravia. I was in Walmer Estate. I was in Woodstock. I was in Vredehoek. I was out in Athlone. I was in Q-Town. So I got to live, and then all around Athlone, all around the Athlone area in the 7764. So I lived in like a paar different places. If that, I mean, I went from the burbs to the ghettos, back to the burbs, to like I lived in every type of neighborhood that you can think of. I've lived in.
Have you ever stayed in the north?
No, never the north though.
Why not?
Nah, I mean, you know, we are South boys. It's just you
The
just
north
know
is
it's something
vibes.
different. You know the north and south are just two different places.
You guys know. I think the north is clear of the south. The north is safer, it's vibes. But obviously, you have the best food places. And
Yeah.
you have all the excitement and all the shooting and all that stuff. You have on that side there.
Nah, you see, but for us, just I always had cousins from the north as well, and musical pop there. For me personally, and I mean no disrespect, nah, I just felt like the people in the north at the time, and I'm talking about like 15 years back.
Yeah.
Were I don't know. For me, just felt a little bit delayed on everything that was happening in the city at the time. Like the news got there a little bit late, like you guys were in a different country.
Yeah.
Even though you were down the road. So when it came to fashion, I came to the north and I was like, what? This was like 5 years after the YMCMB wave was dead and niggas were still rocking YMCMB caps. And I was like, is this what's happening in the north? I was like, somebody gonna give his peeps a wake up call. But now I think obviously with social media where we're at right now, everybody's on par with everything. So I don't doubt the north is nice, bro. I mean, if you're gonna give me a house in the north, I'm moving.
I'll give you a house, bro.
Then I'm pulling up, bro.
But bro, you said your dad caused you guys to move everywhere. So why was it like that though?
No, it didn't. Not so much cause, man. Because the thing is, we were deciding like, are we gonna buy a house? Where we gonna settle down? And he was still deciding like, Senior, are we gonna do this or that? And so we decided to obviously rent in different places. And I mean, the mission was just to be wherever we were comfortable, closer to school or closer to whatever we were gonna wanted to do. The thing is, we never really wanted to say goodbye to our friends. Like obviously moving to different places. Remember, I'm talking about myself and Razan. So we were both on these missions together, but the cool thing is, in retrospect, we made a lot of brassa.
On the way.
Like before social media, before any of this stuff even existed, we had already known a lot of people and and it was cool because you went from having like let's say upper class friends and like, okay, cool, they go to private schools and like super sport, and then you in the ghettos with like me and so it's like barely eating at night, and then you with middle class people where everyone's like, oh wait, let's go play soccer in the religious lamb. But doesn't like I got to experience every different type of individual that there is in the city, and for me in retrospect it was quiet, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously at the time I was like, yo, this is like the worst thing ever. I must make new friends, I must change schools. But now like I mean where I'm at right now, I can now adapt to, depending on who I'm with, I can adapt to their vibes, if that makes any sense.
Obviously now getting to know so many different people,
Different
actually
people.
knowledgeable on what struggles they go through,
Yeah.
or what they deal with. Like, have you ever had, like, some very close like Congolese friends? Because I'm Congolese.
Congolese, do we have like, you think it's what the Congolese? I wouldn't know if they were Congolese. I didn't actually ask the
Yeah,
question.
you didn't ask the
I was just
question.
like, I went and asked my foreign bro, man.
How many siblings are you guys? Only
We
two.
three.
Oh,
We
three.
three. We three. We three.
So-
So we have. I'm the middle. So it's me, and then we have Razan, which is my younger sister. Then we have Nariman, who's our elder sister. She's 37.
She's very low key though.
She's very chill. She's not about the social media life. 80s babies, bro, man. I did everything in the dark, bro. You know, 80s, but like I'm talking about, there's like proper 80s babies. So whatever we maybe did on social media, she probably did it already back in the early 90s, and it just was never
It
documented.
wasn't documented.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So school days, bro. What school do you go to?
Primary school, first I went to Athlone Pre-Primary, then I went to Sunnyside Primary in Athlone. So, I mean, that's around Crawford area. So I went to Sunnyside Primary. And then the other parts of it, obviously I told you I moved around. So I was at Mitchell's Plain Primary for about like a year. And then I was at Mountain Road Primary in Woodstock up the road. So I went to 3 primary schools, basically.
And high school?
High school, just one. I just went to Belgravia High.
So obviously you're Athlone boy.
Bally's boy. Nice, straight out the 7764.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But on school, did you ever see yourself like becoming Mr. Mayor, or were you just like a chilled guy on school and you?
Nah, man, like I was
school.
Nah, I was like, okay, I don't know. Do we swear on this podcast?
You can do what you like, yo. You're free.
Oh, okay. Nah, I was a Mal night school basically. So I was always like, the group of people that's always gonna get thrown out the class.
Yeah.
Because they're talking at the back and making jokes. The thing is, we were never stupid. We were never dumb. We knew our work, whatever. But the thing is, if you had your brass at school, bro, it's a party. You're taking out the bread. I actually like that video, the bread one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Fire. That was fucking fire. But anyway, because that even reminded me of my school days, because we were the brass alumni at the back of the class, eating, talking, cack, and just like we're having a good time. So, the teachers wouldn't stop like, Mr. Meyer, you've been talkative again. You're like, on all my fucking reports, good at his work, but very talkative, always very talkative. Some days want to act like the fucking class clown. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to give the class a show today.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, but why mustn't be like, whatever cack we're going to talk. But I mean, at the time, so, of all my teachers obviously thought like most people that become, I'm not talking about myself, just in general, if you look at like old hip-hop artists that become superstars,
Yeah.
like the teachers always think they're gonna be focal. Like you're not gonna be worth anything because you're like this naughty person. You're never in class. And at the time, I was like, you know what? I'm just following my own path. This is who I am, and like you can't box me to be that. I'm not gonna say quote unquote nerd. Or that's just gonna be focused. And I really wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because life just didn't play out for me like that. I was always gonna be outgoing. I was always gonna speak. So did I know it was gonna happen? No, I didn't. But thank God it did.
Yeah. So finishing school, you done 12 years, of course. You finished school.
Finished school, yeah. Matric I finished in 2009.
Yo, you old. I finished 2018.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
So when you finished, did you think, okay, I'm gonna go to college, or did you just were you popular on school, like on
Popular,
social
yes.
media, like I mean,
Social media wasn't a thing at the time.
Yeah,
So I mean, if you ask me, everybody at school knew the fuck who I was.
Yeah.
Obviously growing up again in the Cape Flats in Athlone in our early days, because we were fun, we were cool, but I mean, there was lots of things happening. There was street gangs, there was house parties, and the thing is, if you were throwing house parties back in the day,
Yeah.
you were definitely known, bro. So I used to throw like hella parties, bro. I mean, lots of people used to come to my house, or whichever house I was in next, we threw a party. And so like everyone in the neighborhood, everyone at my school was always invited to events, parties that we kind of had. And I'm talking about normal old school house parties, like in Moorthe music. Everyone's just lamming in the yard, in the kitchen. You must know what I mean. So they're rolling up there, having a few drinks, they're
Yeah,
chilling. Everyone's partying. Someone's in the car, obviously pumping.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I think popularity at school was, I think that wasn't because we literally knew everyone, and also from the area that we were from, and I think it was very easy to become known. If it makes any sense.
Now I get you. So what I'm trying to find out is like that transition from high school to real life. Like where did social media come in? Like your first year out of school, what is your plan?
Okay, now funny story is actually, if I rewind back in time, I actually want to drop out in grade 10. I was like, you know what? I don't smack to be at school anymore. I told my daddy like, nah. And my father's a school teacher, by the
Yeah.
way. I'm telling Pops, Daddy, I don't want to go to school anymore, man. I'm duck like last I'm gonna go to college, man, and find a trade, and I'm gonna like go maybe what I'm gonna go do some electrical, or I'm gonna go do something. Because this friend of mine convinced me, because at the time he had already dropped. It was one of my best friends at school, and he left school. And I see he's at Cape Town College, and he's studying like electrical and stuff. So this man is busy fixing fridges on weekend, huh?
Yeah.
But we still at school, But this man got crew, and this man is slacking him tattoos, and he bought him a skirt, and this is the time we like. I'm like, my bro, that sounds like a plan, yeah. Because the thing is, I'm thinking, I'm gonna finish my trick here. By the time that time, you got 2 joints already, and he's like trying to convince me, my bro, drop out, man, drop out and come join me here. But my bro, we can make money together. We can open a business together. And not me, obviously thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, that actually sounds like a chance. They're smart to make some more money. Let's do it. Lo and behold, my tiny pulls up. She's like, you don't keep you just. You not fit. You are not dropping out.
That's
You.
cool.
He said because life obviously will teach you that even today you'll understand how much you need matric for so many, even the basic stuff. Matric is basically just like the key to get into a room of 1,000,000 doors. But the thing is, you don't have the keys for those doors. But
those
in
doors,
order just to get to that room, you need to have that matric. So obviously I was like, okay. They said no, you can't. I'm like, okay, fine, man. I'm gonna finish. But I mean, in retrospect, I think it was a great thing that I had to stay at school because, I mean, I guess this wasn't gonna happen. But you asked me about social media is when I got to university.
Yeah.
My first
You went to
year-
uni.
Yeah.
What did you study?
I studied journalism, mate.
Crazy.
I'm a study journalist, mate.
What do you
Yeah,
study? A degree or diploma?
I did the diploma, and then we had a special year to do the degree. I did about half of it. Then I was like, nah, because then I started getting into the work.
Yeah.
Obviously. So I mean, studying journalism and radio broadcasting, which was pretty cool at the time. It was either gonna be that or tourism. I got into it and it was cool because my mom's like, you like writing, you like reading, you like writing, you like speaking, and this would probably be the great avenue for you.
Yeah.
So the idea was I was gonna be a news anchor. Hi for ETV News. My name is Yuzriq Meyer. Was the idea. And then I got into it, then obviously I found out okay, there's radio, there's television, there's photography, creative writing, feature writing. I was like, nah, this was so exciting at the time. And then actually in my second year, social media was introduced to unis at the time, and we had to be on Facebook and we had to make a Twitter account because of what we were studying. So we got into that very early when it just dropped.
Yeah.
Because it was just the way when it just started.
So they forced you
back
guys.
in what-
You were sort of like forced to be into it because
Yeah.
of school.
Yeah, that was like what 2010, 2011.
Sure, World Cup time.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. So from there, how did you become Mr. Meyer? I know you obviously work at Push Radio right
Yeah.
now. Was that the first radio station you worked at?
First radio station I worked at, I had become Mr. Meyer. So remember, obviously, at the time when my sister used to record me doing videos, and she was like small, bro. 'cause We all my siblings, we all have a 7-year difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I was about like let's just say 14, she was 7. So by the time she was about 9. I could have been like 16, 17. She used to record all these videos of me. Like I'm talking about this is on V360s, on small phones. And we even had, my mom used to love taking photos. We have photos of every single part of our life from in the womb up until this age. My mom has photos of every, I tell you, if you give me a date, I have a
You have
photo.
a photo of
I have a
that
photo of that date.
Your mom liked taking
enough, she
photos.
took photos. So for us taking photos and stuff was normal, and being on camera was always fine. So what happened was the Zon took this video of me. And at the time I was like, I'm gonna post it to Facebook. And remember, this was like, bro, 2000 and the early 2000s, basically.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Early 2010s. You
early 2010 side. And I posted that video and it went viral on Facebook. And remember, this was the time Facebook had no proper algorithm. This is before the ad spaces that they tried to kill. Or like that video dropped and it got nearly 1 million views.
what
And
were
this
you
is
doing in that
talking
video?
about early days, maybe. Bro. I was just talking about okay, anyways, I don't know if I was get into it.
Yeah, I want you
You
to
want
get
to
into
get
it.
it? Okay, now there was this viral conversation going about this young girl that apparently was, I don't know, like 15 at the time. But she like had this humongous teta. Like everyone, like they couldn't believe it. They were like, yo, like, but like people were like this, you know, like,
Yeah.
yo, you're so young and you got like like I was like, I don't see the problem here, mate.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why you so gunning this chick because she has like these huge knockers, and I was like, my bro. So I just said in the video, my bro, I thought about use, my bro. But if she was a little bit older, I think I'm more than happy with that teta.
Yeah.
So which is what I said.
But obviously, in today's time, making that video would be.
Oh no, but I was younger back
Yeah,
then.
you were younger
You know,
back
I was
then.
like,
You
for me, I wasn't that
Yeah.
far over. It was like no predatory stuff.
Yeah, I
You know
get
what
you, I get you.
Like if you do it that age now, you're like, nah, bro, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, of course.
Check your levels, Aya. No, I mean, and then going back, and that video went viral, bro. Like everybody was talking about that video at the time, and Facebook was set ablaze. The thing was shared, and then I was like, okay, cool. So like people posting like vines and videos is actually a thing. Because I'm telling you, at the time when I was posting these videos, I was in a space where almost nobody was doing any from Cape Town was posting social media videos like that.
So you were probably like one of the pioneers of the game.
I would definitely say so because I mean, but I have to give props to the Zon though because she actually not taken the video. It would have never happened.
Yeah,
I
of
didn't
course.
plan to. I didn't say let's record it and post it. She said let's post this because she was much more. I was obviously in it, but she was more savvy in terms of social media. I'm telling you, if had my sister not taken that video or posted it, I don't think lots of it would have happened. You know what I mean? So I must give props to Majestic Meyer one time. So we posted that video, and then people started requesting videos. Like they were like, "Yo, when you drop in another video? When you drop in another video?" And I was like, I was already a mal now. I'm just gonna like, I had all sorts of characters growing up because obviously I was watching lots of movies. I mean, you know, we were watching Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, all the kind of cack you were watching on TV.
Yeah.
Posted more videos and people just kept asking. And then obviously when it happens for the first time, remember, we were like the guinea pigs of the stuff. So it wasn't like we knew where it was going to head into.
Yeah, you were just going in blindly.
You fast for 10 years later, I'm like, what? You're making money off social media and being on somewhat like in this. And then we were doing videos before the term influencer exists. That's why I still don't like the term today. Like, are you an influencer? An influencer. As my friend, that term only came out 4 years ago. We've been doing this thing long before that, and we never ever did it for the hype or the clout or for people kind of trying to put their face out there. We were just being mal nice and we liked it and we posted.
Yeah.
And it went viral, bro. Like, and then that, so getting into the radio station happened only after I'd already established myself in the social
I see,
media
I see.
world.
So I want to stay on the social media thing.
Yeah.
From then making that video,
Yeah.
like how fast did it happen to like where you started walking around and yo, that's
My
Mr.
bro,
Meyer?
after that first video dropped, it was wild, bro. I'm telling you, because that first video had done numbers. I'm telling you, it's not the way Facebook and Instagram was set up. I mean, Instagram wasn't even out at the time. So when that video dropped, people were, it was wild. It was like, I Mr. Meyer, because I used to do a thing where I used to say my name
Yeah.
at the end of the videos afterwards. Hey, my name is Mr. And people loved it. And my first initial content was obviously super controversial afterwards because then I was young. And people say, "Hi, Mr. Meyer, what's so scoffers?" But I was young at the time. I was young. I was still out partying. I was living my best life, just finishing uni. And I remember I used to say outlandish stuff on the videos. And because of that shock value of the videos, it used to go viral. Because now it's common for someone to swear on a video.
Yeah.
It's super. When I did that, no one else was swearing on. I mean, Cape Town was swearing on videos for social media. I mean, there was obviously rappers and artists and people that came many years before, which I know. But I'm telling you, as a social media person, just posting something and saying, you know what, I think this man is all nice. At that time, it was like, oh.
How did he say that?
And
Yeah.
people are sharing that stuff, and then that kind of even like funny enough that actually excelled the rate of my somewhat of stardom or people knowing who I am because of that shock value. Yeah.
So do you believe that it's easier to go viral now, or it was easier back then?
Then it was probably easier. I think it was easy because everything that we see now is obviously a remake of things
What's
that have
already-
obviously
yeah,
already existed.
already existed.
And I mean, maybe because even what I was doing was obviously also a remake of maybe something that was happening in the States before, because the thing is they were obviously much more social media
Of
savvy
course,
than
yeah.
us. But I mean, we didn't take it like that. But now it doesn't matter. Now you can go viral for any cack, man.
Yeah, and
You
obviously-
know, like someone starts a page today and they maybe just like, I don't know, fucking poops on a candle. As an example, like fuck, it's viral, 2 million views, like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's easy. I think it's a little bit easier now, and people have much more options now. Because now people can pick and choose, bro. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, at the time when it started, it was like, what? It was me. I started. I did a couple of things. Then I know not long after I was dropping videos, then I started seeing Nadia also.
Yeah.
Was also in the early days. I'm talking about way back. And then that we were just still doing the pranks on her mom and stuff like that. And that videos came out a little bit after. So now you have TikTok, maybe that just changed the game for everyone.
Yeah, everyone's famous now.
Everyone and people and you can actually see people walking around with chips on their shoulders, like thinking like it means like a hell of a lot. Like, yo, bro, I'm TikTok famous. But I mean, at the time now that didn't exist, so you could have gone more viral then than now. But now still bigger. But I don't think it's like it's not the same because there's so many, man.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Like here today, gone tomorrow.
So yeah,
There's not a lot of people that like are actually like coming in this game and sticking.
and consistently because we had to learn the ropes, bro.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, cool, so this is how it, because we only later found out you can turn this thing into a business, because at the time we didn't think it was a business because we literally were just catching on cack. Now I think people are actually trying to do this to make it a career,
Of course, yeah.
but there was no blueprint of this being a career. We were like, Well, so now you can actually, you know what I mean?
So in terms of like business, how
Uh,
did you get to the point where you started earning money? Like, what was your first brand deal?
My
First
first
time
brand
someone
no,
hit you
so
up?
my first deals actually started with me being an MC. So I used to MC for events. I think in the early days, I think around 2013, around 2012, 2013, I started doing events and stuff, hosting fashion shows. Like if you remember, like the fashion shows of the South that used to happen back in the days.
Bro, I was 18 in 2018, bro. I didn't know I was still on school this time.
Okay, nah, but now fashion shows in Cape Town at the time were big, man. Like
Yeah.
just all the rich kinders, everyone's on stage and all the brass and it was just like this whole thing. It was like a whole vibe. People used to go for the fashion show lessons and stuff like that, and then do the what you call it now, man. When they're just
runway,
rehearsing,
rehearsing,
the rehearsals and stuff, and then we had the rehearsals like, okay, Mr. Meyer, pull up, listen here, you can must do a part jokes here and there, MC. So that was the first thing, doing MC gigs. And then the videos keep us. Then I started getting calls from brands. They're like, yo, bro, wouldn't you like to wear the sweater when you do the next video? I was
Yeah.
like, huh? I like, what this happens? Because I was a youngster, I used to skateboard as well. I was a skater like back in the early days, and I always wished to be sponsored. I was like, yo, one day I smile, get like to get the sneakers, to get the boards, and like I want to be sponsored. Now people are like, nah, we'll sponsor you. But this time I wasn't worried about money.
just
I was
wanted to get
I
free
wanted
stuff.
I want
Yeah.
free stuff. I think that's like where everyone's at, like now we
Yeah.
want free stuff. But I'm like, I've long past the free stuff. Like I don't want free cack anymore. Gotta pay for it now. But then maybe they're giving me sweaters, hoodies, jackets, tops, and this is like early, like 25th, like 2013, 2014 up. And people start, then I think I got my first big sponsor was Ambro. Ambro sponsored me with my bro, with like 3 years worth of clothing, bro. I gave
3 years.
my bro, almost 3 years. I'm telling you, I had hoodies, jackets, tops, anything that you can think of. I had balls. My bro, I obviously shared the stuff, and I was never like stingy with
Yeah.
stuff. Like if my brass came, yo, it's adjustable. Way you can take it, my bro.
How much did they pay you though? Did they pay you at that time?
At the time, no, but they just for me it was just a 3 year.
I'm bro 3 you're probably excited, no?
Nah, I didn't start as 3. I actually started as 1, and then we're like, okay, cool, let's extend it. It wasn't like, yeah, it's a 3 year deal. It was like, we do this. Okay, fuck, it's working. And I started doing videos inside with the clothing on. It started going viral. People told me, yo, come eat at my spots for free. And remember, I'm telling you, this wasn't like now, obviously.
Everyone does it,
It's
yeah.
the blueprint, like, come eat by my place. I'm going to give you a free diet, come promote it.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening at the time. For that was all new to me. For the first time it was happening, I was like, yo, this is cack mad. And then I was like, okay, you can actually start making a business out of this. So you just have to keep pushing. I was like, nah, I'm going beast mode on videos now. I told myself I'm dropping 2 to 3 videos a day. I went beast mode enough. And like even like now, people say, "But you don't post much anymore." I was like, maybe you know what? I did that already, man.
Yeah.
And people don't understand when you in it, you're going to do it. When you're in it for the first time, you're gonna do it like it's the first time.
Yeah, you're gonna go
So
harder.
now, for me, it's not like I've taken a back seat. It's like once also you've done something a million times, you start to feel like, nah, like maybe I don't listen to that anymore. Like let's say, what if Tupac wanted to be a soccer player? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We'd have never known
Yeah,
because we just wanted more hip hop. What if you wanted to be a fucking tennis player? So I was not like I didn't want to not do this anymore. It was working, but I got to the point where it felt super overwhelming. Where it was like I couldn't deal with going out anymore because I started to feel like I couldn't go out anymore because people were always invading my space. Like I couldn't eat the diet. I couldn't just lamb. Everywhere I go, I used to party a lot. I used to eat lots of trance parties, rave parties, hip hop parties. I was like all around music lover. So I used to go to all these events. And obviously in my younger days, like maybe when we were teens, maybe we turn up.
Yeah.
Now it all got to a point like I can't turn up anymore because I'm like famous. Yo, did you see Mr. Meyer's? Like, I mean,
he
they
was
with a
doing,
glass up. And I'm like, my bro, I'm still just like you, my bro. I just got known for the cack I do.
Yeah.
But that didn't mean I was changed who I really was. Now I'm at the point where I'm going to events. Now everyone knows me. And maybe sometimes the boys get a bit wild and the man get rowdy. Yeah, yes, what's happening now? All of a sudden, now someone's going to disrespect me. Now I'm supposed to say nothing because you on radio, you're famous now, and everyone knows who you are. So now you have to conduct yourself in a certain way. And my bro, I already experienced that more than almost 10 years ago. So I can only imagine what youngsters getting into this don't understand how much your privacy gets invaded. Like they think fame is just quieting your free stuff, money. But my bro, your life is not yours anymore because you are now part of the people. You know if you're gonna go out somewhere now, my bro, you sitting eating with your mochi, someone's gonna come up to you.
Of course.
And in the beginning, it's the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, you lose
when
your
it
mind at
starts,
the
you're like,
beginning.
my brothers, man, know me. I am, man, got friends out here. But I got tired of that. Then I even stopped posting on social media for like almost a year, just because it's just I was just like I know lots of people like I think some people on social media somebody decide to get depressed or because it gets heavy or they can't deal with like hate messages and like because obviously some people love you, some people don't. But bro, I was like I never gave a fuck. Like whether you liked me or not, I was still me. But I just for myself I needed some of my own sanity back and I was like, you know what? Nah man. This means it's hectic out here. There was a time everyone was starting getting outrageous on Facebook. Like anything you said was like I think the city as a whole just became soft. Like you started saying something normal, you're like, yeah, but I hate peanut butter. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you hate peanut butter. You know what? You were peanut butter hating as a smear campaign. He hates peanut butter. Like that, all that kind of cuck just got to me, and I was like, you know, fuck all of this. Then what I did was I started still doing videos here and there, but now where I'm at right now is I only do videos for the brands I'm working with. So as long as I got my bag, I'm not here to entertain the masses like I used to because I did that already. You know what I mean? And I can't redo it again. Don't worry, you get to my brother. You're 21.
yeah.
When we can have this conversation in 10 years time, you're gonna
Yeah,
tell
of
me
course,
you
of
were
course, of
talking
course.
cack though.
Yeah, I do understand. I believe
Yeah.
that you can't be who you not who you are, but you can't be that part of you
Again, you know what I mean?
forever at least.
Yes.
Like
because
there's a
growth-
time for everything, and you need to evolve.
Yeah,
as
no,
a
that's
creator.
that's the thing. So when you start evolving, then going back to be it's not gonna work. Like let's just say now, I'm gonna use you as example. Maybe you're in your prime right now and you're boosting and you clapping it. I'm telling you, whether you like it or not, there's gonna be a point in your life you're gonna be like, fuck this, bro.
Yeah.
Like I like not like you're gonna be making money, you're gonna make money here, you're gonna make money there, you're gonna make big money, you're gonna make small money, but you're gonna make money. But at some point, it's gonna start fucking sucking from your soul, bro. And I've been there, bro. Bro. I'm telling you, 3 videos a day, bro.
Yeah,
I was
you're
I was on
working.
mighty beast mode,
You're
bro.
working.
And it's photo shoots daily, weekly. I'm with this brand, then I'm with that brand, and I got more sponsors. And I'm doing fucking like 15 shoots a day with different people. I'm in this Adidas clothing, and I'm back into this Umbro clothing. Then we're doing this, and then I'm just making video for me because you know you do brand videos.
Then you must do your own.
Then you still do your own cack where you just want to talk cack to the
Yeah, of
people.
course, yeah.
Then after I was just like, fuck man, take a chill pill, bro.
For me also, like I do think like in 2020,
Yeah.
when I wasn't as known, I feel like I was going harder.
Yeah.
Like on TikTok, I was posting.
You were posting. Yeah, because remember you still want to get to a level.
Yeah, you
So I
wanna
think
get to a level.
once to get to that level, you have to push.
You have to push, yeah.
Yeah.
But now sort of like becoming established, I think you sort of need to pace yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't give them everything.
Yeah, don't burn yourself
You
out.
can't
so-
burn yourself out because now, back then I was just doing videos for myself.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, I must do for brands. I must do videos for YouTube. I must do videos for Instagram. And there's so many different platforms now that you need
want
to
on
stay.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean relevancy of things now like dies out in a day. Like whatever was relevant yesterday might not be relevant today. And that's how fast news moves. Because like you could be the hottest thing right now. And then tomorrow there's just some random bro just pops out of nowhere.
And he's there.
he does something better than you, or not even better, just different. And like, oh, we fuck with that more. And then all of a sudden that he's trending now for a while. But again, not a lot of people have longevity in the game. And I've noticed that it's because they also all burn out because they do it for the wrong reasons. Like that's how I feel. Obviously some people's gonna differ, but I mean I feel like if you come into being a social media creator and your idea is I just want to be famous, lo and behold, you're not going to be around for long. Because fame is one thing, consistency is what's going to keep you in the game. And you know, and adaptability to where you to your environment, where you are, how things have changed. And like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, this is what's trending now. This was hot right now. Because I had to be on that all the time. Like, what's the latest news? Okay, cool. This Cyril Ramaphosa just did this. Write a video on that. Like I'm telling you, within seconds that something happens, you need to be on it, and then that's how you're gonna keep going viral. And
course,
I did that. And that recipe worked for me. I mean, this is for all of you content creators out there. Make content on stuff that's current affairs that's happening, and that's what will keep your relevancy. And because I did that already. And now it's like I just like sometimes I see stuff happening and I look at it, I'm like, I could say something. I could make a public service on something that happened right now. I'm like, you know what, it's fine, man. Maybe today I'm not in the mood. So let it go. Whoever wants to squeeze the life out of it, eat the juice of it, mate. Yeah.
Crazy. So you said like going out, for instance, like you made the example of me going out and sitting with my girlfriend and somebody
Yeah.
approaching me. Have you ever had like a negative experience with someone approaching you in public that you can remember like clearly? Where someone like for me, for instance, let me share
Yeah.
mine. No? So I went to Funky Buddha in Paul.
Yeah.
First time there, I was excited. I walked inside there. The club was pumping. I was like, yo, people in
Boosting
Paul.
that way, it's rocking. And I do bamba there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going crazy. So I'm like chilling with all my friends. I go outside. I decided to just chill. So this guy comes up to me and he's like, yo, are you EB the kid? And he just grabs me my
Yeah.
t-shirt, bro. And yo, I was so angry that day.
Yeah.
But like you said, we can't say anything because you need to conduct yourself in a certain
In a
way.
manner, yeah.
So for me, that's probably my most negative experience. So what was your, in terms of like social media, because someone knows you from social media, they treat you in a certain way?
Well, okay, I can't think of one like something very specific. But if I could just retrace my steps and go back a couple of years ago, there were a couple of things that happened. Was I remember someone's mom came up to me and she was like, "You're very rude in your videos. You're very rude, and my children watch your videos, and you're very rude." I was like, okay, who says they need to watch me? Because at the time there was like this huge influx of like Mr. Meyer haters, and like
Yeah.
we all hate you, Mr. Meyer, because of this and that. I was like, you know what? I used to tell people, think of me as the butcher shop, right? I'm a butcher, and you guys are vegetarian. What the puss are you doing in the butcher if you don't eat meat?
Yeah.
So that's how I was like that. My idea was, why would you come watch me and then have you comment on what you say? But I understand everyone's entitled to their own opinion and how you feel about people and how you feel about things. But if someone's not for you, they're not for you. Like if I didn't grant you, I'm just unfollowing you,
Yeah.
I'm unsubscribing, and I'm never gonna talk about you again because you don't exist to me. But I'm not gonna jump on your page every day, every time you post something and be like, this is a cock video, why did you post that? Or this is so stupid, like, but you think you're funny, that was actually like, why would you put so much energy into someone else if you don't care about them? Like, then that just makes you an actual fan. Because if I didn't grant you, I don't care about you.
Yeah, I would
Whoever
definitely
I don't like, I don't follow. And I don't mean like that. I mean like I don't follow your content or like watch it religiously. But like, if I fuck with your stuff, I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, oh wait, that's cool, and I'll hit you with a thumbs up, and I'll even give you a props. Like, nah, this is class. Like, I fuck with it on that level. If I don't, I'm like, I'll probably whoever I'm sitting next to, I was just nah.
I don't even like
It's coming up. I'm not gonna put energy to go tell me that. So yeah, I think it was youngsters' parents at the time saying that the content was very rude.
Yeah.
And the children are mimicking or saying this stuff. I said, then why is your child young? Why is your young child sitting with a phone? I mean, that's a pandemic now. Every young child sitting with a phone. But now, I mean, at the time, I was like, we don't know why are you letting them watch it. It's fine.
One thing for me though, on that, what the lady says, like, just walks up and says something random. Do you ever feel like sometimes, nah, when you go out, like I experienced this, nah,
Yeah.
where someone will approach you, then they don't know what to say, nah.
Yeah.
They don't want to say like, "How much Meyer I know you?" They'll just say something random.
Yes.
Like they don't know, like they can't understand that you're in front of them, or they can't understand that they're seeing you, so they don't know what to say. So they sort of like panic. They just say whatever comes to mind.
That happens. You know, people have been starstruck. I'm telling you, I've taken photos of people many years ago. I had them shivering and crying, and I was like, "What the fuck am I, Michael Jackson, bro?" Like, you know what I mean? Because all the way through the thing that I kind of kept real, that I always kept real with people, was remaining humble no matter what, and I think that has carried me through more than 10 years. You know what I mean? That I've like doing social media, and I've seen many of my friends even along the way how some people, they let it go to their head, man. And once you feel you're bigger than the people, that's when people start feeling it. Because the thing is, you can't be this viral sensation, and then when people see you in real life, you don't shed that same love back.
Yeah.
You must spread love back, bro, man. And because at the end of the day, there's the people, whether or not people understand you on the same academic level, understand why you're doing it or what you're doing or why you're saying it, the love has to be there. It has to be real, genuine love. Now, I love people, man. Like, obviously, some ways about some people I don't like, but I mean, people in general. I love people, so I'm like out, and I'm a talkative type. So if I'm gonna get the fans, I'm like, yo, maybe how are you? The people's like, yeah, but do you know this man? I say, I don't know this man. I say, you didn't talk like him. I say, you gotta make them feel loved also, man, because they know, in their heart, they know who you are.
Yeah.
You might not know who they are, but they know. They've watched every single video you've dropped. They've watched every move you made. So to them, you family, and you gotta treat them like family when you see them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, then they said some wild stuff, bro. Like, or maybe they make references to videos that I made 7 years ago or 8 years ago. Then I'm like, wait, come here. What video are you talking about? Because at the time, remember, I had a fucking collage of maybe 500 videos out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what video are you talking about? They're like, I'm like, oh, yes, the Harry Potter one. Okay, I got it.
I saw that one on YouTube yesterday. I remember that one.
Then I would give them a little bit of reenactment in real life, just to make them feel like, oh yeah, nah, this man's liquor. Because now even later in life, now I become much more reserved and now I'm much more chill. Now people do like old video skits and I'm just like, yo, it was a crazy time. But now even got me in the retrospect, I'm like, fuck, I was actually crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, I watch some of the videos, I'm like, this motherfucker's mad. You know what I mean? But that's the growth, I guess, what happens. And yeah, people's always gonna come up and say random stuff.
And also, do you have people that will come up to you like, Mr. Meyer. And they start speaking to you like you've met them before.
Yes.
But then you can't remember because you meet so many people
Bro,
on a day-to-day
no,
basis.
I got to the point where I was like, you know, excuse me for being disrespectful, but what's your name again? But we did meet mekaar 7 years ago there, remember in the velodrome? I said, my bro, I'm interviewing people every day of my life. I've interviewed currently on my show more than 10,000 people,
Yeah.
in my journey of how many people and I was a TV presenter as well, radio presenter, TV presenter, news writer. I've interviewed sportsmen, soccer players, rappers, dancers, singers, anyone that you can think of in the Cape Town space or the South African space. I've probably interviewed before, no? And I was like, Owens, you know exactly what I do. How many people a day do you think I meet?
Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, it's not that I don't know. I really can't remember. And I used to tell my brother, remind me, where did we meet this? He's like, my bro, you said, bro, you meet him with the joy at the back. Remember, you taking photos and he was like, yeah, come. Oh, yes, my bro, Kieran, right? Kieran. My bro, Kieran. But sometimes I do remember, but if I don't, it's like I really don't mean it.
And you're getting older, of course.
Yeah,
now, so
yeah,
it's
you
not
know,
to-
the Alzheimer's having me.
So, bro, you spoke about your sister taking your videos when you were younger.
Yeah.
And now your sister's probably popular, and obviously she's young and like you said in her prime
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
And she's probably one of the most relevant people in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel like as a big brother, like you want to protect her from social media? Do you ever feel like that sort of attachment?
No,
in a
like
way?
I mean, because you know, I'm telling me, my sister, we shared a room when we were younger, and it was cool because the thing is, all the like the knowledge that she would have of streets, people, men, boys, like how was that, brother? Like, listen here, you don't couple with this lighties here because you can see this light is when I lie you. Like this, like that I have to be real with them. Like,
Yeah.
and listen here, you don't go with that man today because I just want you to do drugs with him or they want you to sape with him. They want to get you to sape, you and all your friends. The whole buzz is like I used to. Soos hulle sê die kamer hulle gaan skool from young already teaching you for like how it was going to be. So when we got older and we got into the social media space and I learned things, and I was always going to share it with her. I was like, listen here, this is how you do it. Look, when you come to brands, when you approach them, this is what you tell them. This is how you gooi them. This is the numbers you need. Right there, you see what is relevant. You right there, you on the family boost it. And so the thing is, as where she's at right now, what a lot of people don't know, she doesn't speak as much as I do. But she has all the knowledge that I would have, but I probably have because we used to have the sibling sessions where we used to sit and just like kind of back and forth on knowledge, like, okay, this is works, this doesn't work, this is what people can say. And I think also in the time when people were like 18, like obviously with every single person, they say if you don't have no haters, you're not doing anything. So I mean, I was like, you're gonna get haters. I was like, my bro, how do you deal with it? Because I know some people dealing with haters, my bro, they want to kill themselves.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I mean, like, there's leaving social media, like, I can't deal with it, I'll kill myself. I was like, my bro, this is other people's opinions, and their opinions push. If I want to be like, I mean, if that's how you feel, it's okay, but
Yeah.
it's not going to change who I am. So I don't even want you to let this guy go to your head. Because the thing is, when you have to take the criticism the same way you take the praise.
Yeah.
If you have 100,000 people saying, oh, it's EB, top quality, you get one bro that said, this is the kakker show I've ever watched.
Just my cry.
You crying about that one night your whole day. Like, you so upset with the world. You just overlooking the other 100. I'm like, why am I gonna, look at one piece of draw when there's 1,000 gold? You know what pieces here? I'm like,
Yeah.
but I'm focusing on my people who like the gold, and I'm gonna give more gold back to them. He's push, he can go. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
teaching each other the ropes was always one of the things. So as a bigger brother, I feel I will just educate as much as I can, as each day I learn more, I teach it to her, and vice versa. She's like,
Yeah.
because she can always tell me something and I don't know. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
of course, yeah.
Still in the loop with the youngins, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, cool, I got it. That's what the youngins are doing.
Getting all the knowledge
Yeah.
from her, no? Yeah. So, bro, you've made a lot of money.
Yeah.
We heard. The tax man told me you're making a lot of money.
Bro, it was wild, bro.
That is wild, no? So
Yeah.
I want to know, like, what's your biggest brand deal ever? Like, you got paid for one brand deal. You don't have to say the name of the brand. You just have to say the price.
The price.
The biggest ever.
Now you see, because of the way I work, what I've gotten into the mode of is doing retainer jobs. So it's not so much a once-off big payment.
Yeah.
It's gonna be let's just say it's gonna be a mil. You can get paid the million over a period of about like 7 to 8 months.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get 200. You're gonna get 200 a year. You get 150 next month. The next month will be 100, and then some 1 month of 350. So that's how it was. So but I would say maybe just under a mil.
Just under more.
Just under
your
mil.
biggest retainer.
Bigger retainer, just under a mil, yeah.
For how many months?
That was like let's say About 9 months.
You're chowing, nah? You're eating.
Yeah, bro. So now when I got into the space where we get in, like when you start making money and you like doing proper work with companies, then you find yourself like, okay, cool. I could be the funny bro, or I could be the bro making money.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I didn't care about fame. I was telling all my brothers, bro, I don't want to be known. I wish that I could take it all away and just have the money. Like, because that's where I got, and I feel like lots of creators are gonna get into that space. It's because some people love the starlight. Like I think I've been in the starlight so long that it dried me out, and I was like, fuck, man, who want to be famous, who want to be known? I just want to be paid. Like if someone came to me now and said, "Man, bro, I'm gonna offer you 44 mil. Quit this radio, quit this social media stuff, bro. I'm gone.
Yeah, of course.
I'm out. I'm skirting, bro. I'm traveling the world, bro. Living my life. Yeah.
Who's the most famous person you ever interviewed on radio?
Most famous person, Cape Town, or I mean,
just
South
internationally, South Africa.
Oh, yeah, go. Look, I mean, I interviewed AK a few times. I mean, like he's one of the most famous right now because
Yeah,
he's no
he
longer
is,
with us. God rest his soul. One time, bro. But I think a lot. I don't know, man. I have a catalog, bro. I'll send you the photos and you
Yeah.
can tell me who
Then
you
I
think
can-
is
then
one
I
of the
can
most
tell you who I
famous.
think is more
But there's a lot of people. Most of the Joburg artists I've interviewed before, like nearly, fuck, if not all of them, besides the new ones who like just came
Yeah,
up in
of
the
course.
last. I mean, I even interviewed Costa as well.
Costa Teach,
Costa Teach was on my show. AK was on the show. We had Casper there. We had Toomey. Everyone. I mean, all of them. As for internationals. Well, it depends if they were in the city at the time, man. But you know, the other radio stars want to grape them when they because they're part of that same brand deal, so they're not really allowed.
to come to your side,
Yeah.
to come to Bush, yeah.
But I mean, I did interview. What's his name now? When we had Alter in the early days, when Alter was still Alter.
Yeah.
I got to speak to David Guetta.
Sure.
I got to speak to what's this guy's name now? Fuck, I'll get back to it. but-
Martin Garrix. No.
But no, besides Martin. I got to speak to Martin too, though.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's besides the point now. There's someone else I was trying to get on my mind. But yeah, we spoke to a lot of people. This wasn't much interviews. This was just real life interactions when them chilling backstage, speaking to them. Yo, cool. What do you think about this? So I mean, got a lot of perspective growing up, I guess.
I hear that. And lastly, bro, I just want to ask you, what can people expect from you, bro? Like now.
Expectations right now. You know, the life in itself, as we see, is very unexpected. Maybe, like, I mean, even that question itself, like, it's wild because then I sit back and I watch some people's interviews. Not sorry to get down full of a circle in this last question, but like maybe you ask people like what is their goals and dreams, and all of a sudden the bro dies next week.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, but this man had so much dreams. For now I'm gonna say, I'm just keeping my faith in God, and I'm just like I'm a very religious person, and like lots of people maybe don't know about that. Like I'm very glued on God and just like believing in protection and guidance and blessings and like sending love out to other people and expecting that maybe it might come back. But I would want to be bigger in more with more brands and more influential in working in a much more corporate sense, because I think I did my thing of being the funny man. Now I'm the businessman.
Yeah.
Now. So like, but in order to become the businessman, you have to go. It's a journey.
Yeah.
So you get your brands up, you get your numbers up, and once you can talk the numbers and you can show the numbers, and no one can, numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
So my thing is just to now work with more people that really genuinely want to get their work out there, and me using all the skills and all the prowess that I have over the years to make that brand go to greater heights. And not even just other brands, even myself, because I mean I'll still consider myself as a brand. So I mean, you never know with me, but I might drop a rap album, I might drop a clothing line, I might open up a club. You never
Yeah,
know, bro.
yeah.
But because I think now we have access to so many stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, more stuff definitely coming, but for now we're just keeping faith in God every day, bro.
Crazy. Well, guys, this has been the Kid Show. Shout out to Mr. Yuzriq
been a
Meyer.
pleasure, my G, man.
Appreciate you, my brother, and good luck with Ramadan.
Sure, bro, it's
Hopefully-
starting tomorrow,
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy, no?
In
You
fact,
ready?
okay, sorry, this is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, we are 5 days in. It's been tough. Man is hungry. Man is thirsty. But we do what we must, bro. Give thanks and praise.
All right, love.
Safe.